Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We are going into our final game of the day. You're not doing your knife dance.
No, because I didn't unmute it this time.
Okay, no,
see, I was thinking, now I'll do it.
I get it. It's EnVy versus TSM coming up, guys. Hopefully the game of the night, fingers crossed. That's not fingers crossed, that's fingers crossed. That's clapping. I don't know.
Going all Alex Richardson
Alex
on
Richardson. Hello, everyone. Welcome. But knife has happened. EnVy managed to win that one. And they are going to be starting CT side on Dust2. So, coming into this one then, of course, TSM is already qualified for the offline finals, which of course will be happening here in Cologne on the 2nd until the 5th of July, just a couple of weeks away. And the push is already coming in here, so I'll basically just shut up for now and let the action do the talking, as we are going to see the first kill go in the way of TSM, and it will be Zipnix, and surely they'll get the second. They do finish off Smiths, and now this is looking very, very hard for EnVy, as TSM just going to be barreling into this A site.
Yeah, MBK got took out in lower tunnels as well by Dupree. Happy in CT spawn. Shocks, well, he's tried to push through, but Dupree's push to taking MBK gets him around the back of Happy. Shocks there on device. Well, you know, if anyone could do it on EnVyUS, I believe Shocks is that man. He just had a huge game earlier on. Got 33 kills against Penta. And of course, don't forget, he is the in-game leader. A lot of new positions for EnVyUS. This is, I would say, their best map, but with the changes, I'm not too sure. It's as yet been tested. But EnVyUS definitely have been picking up some good wins of late with their changes, with Happy being released effectively from his in-game leadership. Shocks actually joining MBK over at B side. So I'm intrigued to see how this one's going to work out, especially against a team like TSM.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic test for them, of course. As they need the wins, which is one thing. I think it's a good thing as well for EnVy that TSM are already qualified, which might mean, you know, they play a little bit sloppier than they usually would, a little less focused than they would maybe in their previous games, now that they are safe and into those finals in July. So I think, I mean, if there's ever a time for EnVy to beat TSM in the Pro League here, today is it.
Today is it. Of course, it's going to be a slower play. TSM fell for a couple of ecos. They're not making sure they fall for it this time around. Shocks potentially could be a bit of a spoiler, but he's not going to push on through. Dupree was kind of ready and waiting. Going to smoke himself onto CT and push on around. Shocks is in a great place to cause an upset here with his P250. They're going to creep through lower tunnels in towards MBK. MBK thought about actually going into upper tunnels there. He's got a smoke of his own. That's going to slow things down. Got a quick glimpse there. Oh, he's going to stand. He's ready and waiting in a perfect position as he just melts them down. Gets himself a triple in tunnels. The damage done. Zipnix and Dupree, the last two standing. Smiths and Kiyoshima, they're both going to push through tunnels. Happy's going to work his way down. Bomb down. Dupree and Zipnix on the defense. They have got an AK. They have got a UMP. It should be easy.
Well, there's also now a Galil in the hand of Smiths. He's going to get the one kill. There's two of them left. The AK for Kiyoshima. Surely they can pull this one off. They're going to have to meet shield the bomb plant. There's a push. Oh, and a little crouch there for Zipnix. What a round of Counter-Strike that was. 3 kills on the entry for MBK with his P250. And then Zipnix clutching it to win the round for TSM. That was a scary one for them. By all rights, they probably should have lost that, but TSM somehow holding on.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Zipnix the hero for TSM there. I was going to say, last time these guys faced, it was 26-23 on Dust2, the last time they played on Dust2. That was in Face It, that was in the offline finals. And of course, TSM went on to win that. Ooh, Dupree putting a couple too many shots in the back of device there. Will finally get taken down, and of course, that should be the site cleared out. Shocks could be spoiler. Zipnix, Carrigan, and Device all go through the cross. Shocks kind of flashed out of it. MBK is going to come in support, but he's getting burnt out. No armor, of course, for any of these, just on the pistols. Just Shocks remaining. Not going to come out big in this one. 3-0, TSM getting themselves a little bit more comfortable around this time around. But overall, both these teams have fantastic results on Dust2. EnVyUS got 21 wins, 10 losses in 2015. TSM got 15 wins, 10 losses. So they both have positive ratios on this map. TSM, of course, arguably the #1 team right now. They've said, oh dear, that's not good. Bit of a duff of the smoke on the back of his bonds. And you saw them all stop. Carrigan's like, what? What? what was wrong with that? But they're going to get away with it.
Unintentional troll. Well, that didn't particularly work out for them, but nonetheless, they didn't get sniped through mid-double doors by Happy, so they can be happy about that one. No, terrible pun intended. And they are going to smoke off CT spawn. So, looking, you can take a peek at the positions. 3 men in mid, 1 man in B tunnels. And the other is going to be rotating all the way around to B tunnels as well. So this looking like it's shaping up to be a B hit for TSM. First round, of course, that we're seeing Envy with guns. And they have 2 men inside of B. Shocks will be holding from doors. Pretty actually, I was going to say, what's he lining up there? Will be a smoke to go over. And that will drop. Just to cover off from B side. Actually double smoke in there, so they're going to push straight through on this one. Smith's in actually a good position there to get some damage done, but can he actually find them through the smoke? He'll basically be an exchange from the start. Happy chimes in with one, and we're down very quickly to a 2 versus 2, but the bomb is in the site, will be planted now, and it's going to be Device that has to be a hero to win the round for TSM.
Look at that. That little pixel. Oh, he's adjusted his position just as Happy moved. Happy peeked and went straight into that crosshair. That door doing favors for Device there. Not this time, though. Kiyoshima will pick up the first round for EnVyUS. Almost didn't find the bomb there, just strolling on past it, but we'll rescue the AWP as well. So 3-1. TSM had a good bit of play there, but it was kind of just back and forth fragging as they made their way in towards B site. A couple of kills from both the B defenders was enough to slow down TSM, and like you said, Smiths was in the right place at the right time there on the box.
So,
but look at that. Look, I mean, while they won the round, it hurt them. They got 3 FAMASs.
Yeah, only 3 FAMASs to work with. I mean, certainly going to boost them pretty heavy if they can win this second one in a row. If you look over the other side, there's a flash going to come in. Kiyoshima is blind here. Carrigan with the Tech 9 will pick one up, but here comes the FAMAS train. They get one there, and Sibnix picks one back off, and there's an AWP in the back of the site here. Happy chiming off, manages to get one. Did get tagged there heavily through the smoke, but he's going to have the shot off, and Cajun B just getting the better of him. Meanwhile, Device opening up as well from Catwalk, and it's just MBK. He's got a couple of low health men here, but they're going to get in there. Bomb's going to get planted. As the flash drops down, MBK got a very tough task on his hands with just the FAMAS to pick up 3 kills. Smoke cover in there a little bit. Oh, what? What? That was absolutely insane stuff. He's going to try it again here.
Oh my God, so close. God, if only we had a replay of that one. Good Lord. Just the hop up and round. Amazing stuff. Just manages to get a little hop and peek. But it does mean that Envy are going to be on an eco, a full eco.
Wow. Cheeky. Honestly, he nearly got that second one.
Let's get it slower. It's just like... What? How did that even kill him? I don't even know. Go TV, please.
Well, that's the beauty of, you know, jumping aim spread when it works out for you, which is, you know, not all that often with something like the FAMAS, but really nicely done by MBK. Of course, they lost the round anyway, which means this one is an eco for them, and it's going to go as expected by the looks of it.
I love this, though. Look, TSM knew it was going to be an eco, and they just go for those SMGs, the Mac 10s, just to hoover up the money. As bonus for everyone. Carrigan gets himself four kills, and that's just give him a right chunk of change again. And it's just a little bit easy for TSM here. That's going to be the 5th round. MBK can't really do a great deal about it. And they've just handed all the cash to TSM.
Looking for an exit here, but they're actually going to push him both at the same time. Cajun will finish that one off.
Could have been the ace.
Yeah, it could have been an ace for Carrigan with his Mac 10, but he doesn't really care that much. He's just hoovered up, as you said, a absolute ton of cash, up to 7.8 just from that round there. And he's finally going to buy himself then. Is he going to even buy an AK? I don't know.
He's passed it to Dupree, I think.
Yeah, he's passed it off. He's going to stay with the Mac-10, and rightly so, because it's a double eco from Envy.
Reading the situation well. They knew that Envy just didn't get any kills, didn't really stop them. Carrigan's going to push on through once again on long 8. Doesn't manage to get a kill. Look at that. Smith's on 1 hit point. That's over on, or it was over, because the grenade just finished him off with Carrigan. Gets himself another kill. Finally gets taken down. So Mac-10 not even going to be picked up. Shox is going to try and creep around the back of them. Does get the kill on Dupree, but it's cost him most of his life. Happy's going to try and rush on in there. Cajun B finishes the job. Zipnix should be ready and waiting for Happy to come pushing on through. Just caught a glimpse of him. Cajun B will be the man that gets him from tunnels. Wow, this is really all going TSM's way. This is a great start for them. 6-1. EnVyUS really yet to get an answer. Now they've got themselves the rifles once again after the double eco. This is a round they have to win.
Absolutely, and thing is, TSM honestly having a absolutely stonking first half. That shot didn't connect. Looking towards the end of long. But for now, no real challenges from either team. And let's see here what TSM are going to go for. That's a close position by Kiyoshima. And might actually catch someone out if he's lucky. The bomb's still all the way back there in spawn, was placed behind the car for safekeeping here. And Zipnix will throw that in a little bit closer. They've also pushed a little bit on short as well, so making some good ground here, but Happy going to be on the car covering short. No cover from Kiyoshima from long.
Lining up a smoke here.
Let's see. Smoke going to go over. Kiyoshima won't have anything to do there at long. It's going to be all about what can Happy do here to hold on to this bomb site. Let's find out. Fires off the first shot, misses it though, loses half of his health, and will only be able to smoke and flash here to try and slow them down a little bit. And they've already got the first kill here, TSM. It left Dupree with only 2 health remaining. Well, MBK catching one there on the cross as well. So bomb finally gets planted by TSM. And look at Dupree's position. He's come all the way around the back here, just spotted the legs of one man inside of that CT spawn. I think Shox actually heard him there. Certainly has heard him now as the AK shots come rolling in. And he will get Shox, I think, pretty much just ripping his shins to pieces. It leaves MBK and Happy. Happy somehow survived that entire time on long, almost hitting Device. In fact, does hit Device. It's now all on Dupree. He's going to be coming from short. It's planted for him as well. A 1-bullet headshot onto MBK will be enough to win the round.
Wow.
Happy runs scuttling down long 8, does survive with his ult, but Dupree, with just 2 health remaining, winning the round for TSM.
Flanked all the way around B site, and like you said, took the shins off Shox. And then just that one little run around the corner and a 1 tap on MBK. 7-1. Close round though. EnVyUS going to feel a little upset with not picking that one up, but look at their buy. I mean, it's just all over the place now. Happy obviously holding on to that AWP. Shox gets himself the M4, but the CZ for Smiths. And they've been kind of struggling holding that mid position. You know, basically TSM have been getting the run of it. They've been pushing through those doors at some point in the round and easily going through. Zipnix once again, he's holding position over at long A doors. Not pushing through, just holding the position. Keeping Kiyoshima busy enough while the rest of the team go probing. Carrigan once again, just abandoning the bomb near the long A doors. They are going to push through. Happy holding the angle on this one. They should be expecting them pushing through. Doesn't land the frag.
And here's Kiyoshima from pit. Will be slightly blinded there, but Zipnik's going to get the better of him. And Happy really didn't have anything to say. I mean, he's flashed out twice in a row. Does finally get to have a peek. And they'll, just like that, with the help of Shox, really, who got himself 2, pick them back up. Device here trying to hold on to long with his AWP.
Dupree's behind them.
And there is the push through. The flash actually will get Device, but he got away. He got around the corner in time. Happy is actually hiding inside of the smoke here. And there's the jump up onto the box. That made it an easy shot for MBK. And Device will finally get shut down for Shox's hat-trick there. And that is finally a round back for Envy. 7-2 though. TSM still have a healthy lead.
Yeah, and the CT side is ordinarily very strong for EnVyUS. Let's see if they can get a bit of momentum going now with this round win. It's a pretty strong win from them. TSM, their bank's a little broken. They can afford to buy everything up in this round, but should they lose it, they may have to go on an eco. Zipnix is going to pile on through. Device, nades going out, flash is going out, but Kiyoshima has already gone fairly aggressive. He holds this little position at doors right up tight. He's just going to smoke it out. He's not going to peek. Just listening, basically, just trying to hear those footsteps. And it's Zipnix that he will hear heading away from him. And Shock's also doing the exact same thing in mid. All waiting, all looking. Dupree's going to push on through. Shock's will come out on top.
Yeah, actually, weird one that, because he did flash there first, then waited for that flash to actually, well, not wait for the flash to clear, but the time that it took. Shock's peeking again, and honestly, he could have Device here as well. No, that's a great reaction shot from Device. The Ops really doing some work this round for both teams, as Happy will pick off Carrigan on short, and honestly, 4 versus 2, tough times ahead here. Device will smoke it off, and a cheeky little smoke as well that allows him to look towards Car. Happy going to be watching him, waiting. What? He got the shot, but it didn't get him the kill. The USP, though, will finish off. Meanwhile, he grenaded Cajun down to half health, who then replies, and back to a 1-on-3, but still almost impossible scenario with 20 seconds to go. Cajun does get one. He's hit from below here by Smith. Will peek off once again. And there is the finisher. MBK coming up short, basically, to finish that one easily. That's the wrong weapon, MBK. You wanted the AWP. There we go. We'll be able to give that one back to Happy.
Well, they've got the 2 AWPs now, so let's see where they play them. It's going to be Happy and Shox. So Happy will be going to long, I guess, and Shox mid, which is where he's been holding the doors, hasn't he, the last couple of rounds. We'll see if they stick with that. Yep, it is. So Shox gets a quick peek, crosses himself over. MBK going into B, and B is where the TSM are heading towards. We'll see if they quicken up the pace here, because there is no smoke in upper tunnels. So there's nothing slowing them down, but Shox now taking that up and getting himself into B. MBK quickly getting the vision, flashes in towards tunnels. Carrigan getting spotted out by Smith with ease, and now they open up in tunnels.
Yeah, this is just going to be a duck shoot, really, for MBK. Well, ran out of bullets, which didn't make it any easier. But the bomb is down. And, well, Smith's not going to have anything to say about it that round. Eco, though, for TSM, so expecting an easy win. And that brings Envy back to 7-4. Now, get in there. Seem to have finally figured TSM out a little bit. It's going to be another round of AKs here. Though for TSM, those double ups will stay in play for Envy with Happy and Shox. And it's going to be Shox that will utilize his over by B. Happy will stay at long A double doors once again, but again, that early flash allowing TSM to get out.
This is a fast round. They're pushing into A very quickly. Carrigan's got himself around on the short catwalk as well, and you can see the damage they've done on long. So now Happy all alone. Shox is pushing through CT spawn, but I'm not sure he's going to get there in time. Happy manages to get one, not the second, as they push from every single angle on him. Shox now in a real tricky situation. Of course, with the AWP up close and personal is not the best route he can take. He's getting the support of MBK. He's going to try and pop flash himself through there. He does manage to get himself through on Carrigan, and then they find a second on Device. And now, Cajun B, with no bomb plant down, finds himself in a real tricky situation. He does come out on top against Shox. Knows that MBK's there, a big tag on towards him. But MBK knows, with no bomb down, oh, and he's going for a long rotate as well. Cajun B's ready for it, though. He's going to be able to collect this bomb. MBK's he's just waiting for it. I think whether he's expecting the change, I'm not too sure. Cajun B's in the best position now.
Well, it's going to be MBK to come from CT spawn. He's only got 7 health.
He knows this rotate's coming. He's so, his cursor's pretty much over there. He's waiting for the jump, waiting for the hop. Yeah, and it's not coming. Not going to work out. Cajun B doing work for TSM from what was really a very dangerous situation for them. It's just one of those times that you'd ordinarily expect Shox to be there with an M4. He's with a scoped up AWP, and he doesn't land that close shot.
So, bit of a change here for Envy, with Shox picking himself up an M4 now instead of that AWP. Not had the most success with it, honestly. I'll leave it just with Happy now. Some early grenade out, actually, knocking Smith's down to just 54. So not the ideal start. And finally nading him out of that position there up close. But it's a slow one for TSM. Remember back to the round or the one before, a very fast push out through double doors at long. And this time changing up pace, but it looks like A could be the option for them once again. They've already got a couple of men up catwalk. Bomb's actually inside a spawn. I think they forgot that little detail. But the mass actually for TSM is over towards B. And Device is looking to peek himself around. And Carrigan might just be left here on short as the lurker.
MBK's in the right position, did smoke it. I think he caught a glimpse of them. Yeah, he's trying to put shots through the smoke there. So he caught a glimpse and the rotate's coming. Shox is now with him. They're going to push on through that smoke. This is a dangerous situation for TSM, and you can see MBK just peekaboo.
Wow.
And just gunning them down. Shox comes in support, this time with that M4. Well, damage done. Carrigan, though, not done and dusted yet. Gets himself a double, but that bomb loose in the B site. He's just going to push on straight through into Shox's face. Shox is not going to miss that one, that's for sure. Gets himself the triple. And EnVyUS do drag themselves screaming and kicking back into this one. TSM already got a good T-side half, though. Can EnVyUS pick up the last 2 rounds?
Well, they've certainly got better from the start. Obviously, TSM's opening few rounds here on T side were good from them. See that MBK so far man of the match for Envy. 17 kills to his name, including that spectacular little FAMAS hop on the A site a little bit earlier on. This one looking like it's going to be an A-oriented push for TSM. They will get flashed out here, so Kiyoshima might be in trouble. He's going to get pushed. He gets 1, he gets 2, can't quite get the 3rd though. He's Tech9 down, but Smith's over the other side along with Happy, able to keep a hold of it. Cajun B finds himself all alone, and he won't have much to say about that one. A quick round there, and a very strong defense by Envy.
That's exactly what they needed against that Tech9. I think they expected it as well. You know, Keo had got himself in a good position, expecting that play. TSM going to go for it again. They got nothing else to buy, so they're just going to grab what they can. Tech9's is usually the easy route.
Techarinos.
Tecarino around. The bomb's going to make its way over to B. Is this going to be a split to B? Device going to create a distraction over at long. Well, distraction or not, Carrigan's been cut down in mid there by Happy. But MBK once again in the position to pick himself up a hatful of kills. Shox, look at this. They're going straight towards him.
Oh,
going to lead on. Oh, wow, the duck from Dupree. And again, they do often win out this mid-battle.
Yeah, they've done fairly well of that one. I mean, there were a couple of rounds where Shox has just held strong. We see now the push coming in. Only 2 men left for TSM. Make that 1 now as Zipnix will be all alone. Can he be a hero to win this last round of the first half? You have to doubt it. He's only got 3 bullets. You might want to reload. Yeah, forgot to reload. And, well, as he tries to fire off, he gets the reload animation. It's not enough for him. And TSM go in at the half. 8-7 up. I think they'll feel a little bit hard done by that one. Honestly, the strong start that they had looked more like 10 rounds than it did 8. But a lead's a lead nonetheless moving into this CT half.
Yeah. I mean, 8-7's certainly an acceptable T-side. We'll see what EnVyUS have got in their bag in the new playbook of Shox. Let's see if he's got anything new. TSM, ordinarily, you know, if you think back to the original TSM, which were Dignitas, of course, before Carrigan joined them, they were renowned for having great CT sides. But then again, you could say the same for EnVyUS on Dust2. So this pistol, who will come out on top? Will it be EnVyUS? Will they get themselves a charge just like TSM did, winning that pistol, picking themselves up? I think it was 5-0 at one point. Something we've seen pretty regularly. Beard got himself pushed up mid, trying to look towards lower tunnels, but nothing was found, and he's backed away. Left himself a little decoy there, and Shox and Kiyoshima not falling for it. It's creeping on through the smoke.
See how this one works out. Envy looking like they are going to be pushing mid to B. Push coming in. Device will be holding double doors. Actually got away with his life there for a while. Dupree, meanwhile, on top of platform, and is going to get himself 2. He's done the job that you could have expected from him there, and it leaves them now in a 2-on-2 scenario. See Zipnik's just waiting there for Carrigan, who will be taking the tunnel push. Let's see what he can do with it. He will be edging in slowly. Zipnik's going to be coming from doors, and Kiyoshima just comes thundering on through. Zipnik's not ready for that one, and now it's all on Carrigan, who does get one. Can he find Kiyoshima as well, though? His time is running out here, and Kiyoshima boxes. He does get the kill, but 10 seconds for the defuse without a kit. This one's going to be really, really close. I don't know if he's got this one in time.
No.
He doesn't. It's going to be the round going over to Envy.
That's the start they needed after the lead that TSM had built up on T side. Let's see, EnVyUS, can they do the same? Now remember, TSM went for all of the Mac 10s last time around. We are going to see it from Shox, but that is it. So the rest of the team going for those AKs, that's dangerous play. I mean, at the end of the day, they're much stronger rifles, don't get me wrong. Scout coming out from Carrigan as well. But,
wow.
Well, Smith takes wow, some brilliant scout play from both sides. A little trade back and forward, but there's the damage. There's the Mac 10. Shox running through. This is a perfect weapon for him. The speed, the play that he likes to do. Manages to get himself on site. They hadn't brought the bomb, though, so they've got B-side taken. Now Happy's collected that bomb. He's on the way there. Look at the rest of TSM. They're off. They're not even interested in this.
Taken them a little bit longer than expected there because of, you know, that thing that you should never really forget, which is the bomb. Happy's going to plant that one up, though. And I think TSM try and keep a hold of,
protect the scout.
What little weaponry they've invested into. Try and bring that into round 3, and why not? We saw at the start of this one, the scout shot through the door. Carrigan then out-peeking him to get a kill back. This round was heavily impacted at the very start by those scouts. I mean, if Smith had not taken out that first one, there would have been 2 in B. Might have been more difficult for them to take, but now we see Envy starting to swarm in, trying to get these weapons away.
It's Shox that's going to be the first through the door. He has got that Mac 10, so every kill counts for him, that's for sure. They're trying to get the dinks down. They don't quite get the one, though. And now Zipnik's might get taken down after the bomb goes off. Carrigan stuck in the corner. They don't manage to jump into pit and catch him out, though. So will hold on to the scout. That's really the main gun they wanted to hold. But a very easy round for EnVyUS at the end of the day. Shox with 6,000. What's he going to go for? Is he going to pass an AWP off to someone? No, it's just going to be an AK. I think he passed off there. He does stick with the Mac 10.
And a shot again from Carrigan at the very start. This time, though, not giving him anything. There's the opener, though, for Envy. He's going to be happy. Just one tap in his AK. Gets a second one as Cajun B shows. Basically already done and dusted. Only Carrigan and Device left. And that will now just be Device inside of B tunnels. And it's easy work for Kiyoshima. Double figures now for Envy as they go up 10-8.
That's the start that EnVyUS were looking for. Get themselves those 3 rounds. Wow, double AWP instantly pops into play. Device and Cajun B. Not messing around in this one. Let's see, it's something we saw EnVyUS doing as well. It was Shox and Happy that were doing it. They're going to go for the cross, not going to look for a peek. Smiths was looking to challenge, even if he only had an AK. This time, obviously, a more deliberate, slow play from EnVyUS. Not going to be rushing through anything. Cajun B holding the angle over it, along with that AWP. Device looking at mid. It's been smoked off for now. Nothing's going to cross by on him, though. EnVyUS looking to move the bomb over towards B site, upper tunnels. Dupree is the man that's on site as Kiyoshima creeps through tunnels.
See what they can do here.
They've
gone through there.
They've been sold a kipper.
Well, that was a little bit awkward for them as well because Carrigan should have been holding for Zipnik's and they've been all pushed now through into B, and TSM are thinking, wait a minute, weren't they just rushing long? Weren't they just rushing long? And, well, no, they weren't. They were selling you a fake there, and that means that 4 men left against 4. I don't think they're going to go for this one.
No.
This is going to be a save up the weapons and try and run out the round.
They can't afford to. I mean, the double AWP setup's so expensive that if they were to go to it, Device went glass cannon, so everything was thrown into this round, and they're going to do exactly like they did in the last round. They saved the scout last time, all 4 of them in pit. Just imagine a grenade rolling in there right now. It'd be so nice. Happy actually has one, as does Kiyoshima, but they're not going to hunt him down. And, well, I mean, that was a great little decoy from EnVyUS to just sell them the fake on long A there. Completely draw them out of B. It's a bit of a misplay by TSM this time around. 11-8, EnVyUS. Great start. 4 rounds running on the T side.
Yeah, and actually, you know, there should have been the cover there for Xyp9x, and they got through, got the kill onto him, which obviously instantly just panicked TSM and thinking, all right, they're just going to be barreling through with all 5 here. Brilliant, brilliant play from Envy. Just 5 wins, 5 rounds away from a win. And that would mean that they've won both games tonight. It would mean that Virtus.pro won both games tonight. And that nothing really changed up top in the table. It's still very close there. We will still see Device picking off Shox. He's going to get shot from the side. I was going to say he's already spotted that man. Did have the cover though, but they're coming in through window. Dupree will be dealt with on the back. But now the rest of the 3 CTs coming back around. Xyp9x still got about 30 HP to work with. He's got fire on both sides of him, which is certainly not helping the scenario. Kiyoshima actually surviving there with just 1 HP. And the bomb not planted just yet. There it is, finally, by Kiyoshima. And the smoke comes down into tunnel. They're going to have 3 men on top of them any second now. This is going to be a very tough ask of Envy to hold. There's the first one and the second one. Brilliant retake from TSM. And the defuse will be picked up. And that is another round going back to TSM. So certainly not out of this one. But again, good entries overall from Envy. TSM really been relying on retakes so far.
Yeah, that was a perfectly executed retake there. TSM, all 3 angles, all at the same time. Can't ask for more in a 3-on-2 situation. But EnVyUS, of course, winning those rounds back-to-back does afford them the ability to just buy straight back into this one. Double up setup still. Ooh, Dupree didn't catch that one, but he must have got tagged by Smiths in the opening cross there, down to 19 health. And I think we might see another split to B here. Oh, no, actually, they're going to hop up on short, go catwalk.
Let's see what it brings them as well. I mean, Dupree, they're not going to know that he was legged there. But they are going to be able to flash straight out. They've got 1 man who could be coming from long K that's happy. He's going to throw out the long smoke, which will just land halfway up by that CT spawn. But again, they might have sold them a bit of a fake from this one. They're going to split straight off, head to B. We're going to have Dupree peeking out there, completely blinded. Horrible timing for him. And that will mean that 3 men left alive for TSM. Again, they're going to have to rely on saving.
Yeah, I think the adjustment came because MBK managed to get the kill in tunnels. And they just started, guys, there's got to be only 1 left here. And they immediately all came back, piling back through mid. Like you said, the split off. This time they might try and chase it down. Cajun B is in pit with the AWP. Carrigan will find himself 1. That was MBK all the way back at T-spawn. And there's Cajun B. He's in the perfect place to be challenged. But Smith's managed to find him.
Yeah, Xyp9x and Carrigan a little bit further out of reach from this one. And they've just realized, you know what, guys? We all just ran to A. What if someone was inside the tunnels after that?
Shox got taken down.
Yeah.
Bomb got him. Because they, like you said, they just realized it's like, actually, Carrigan killed MBK. He could have realistically made it.
Yeah, he could have ran there and could have been defusing, but not there. They ended up losing a gun for it because Shox goes down, but still, nonetheless, it's a round for Envy.
Double
up to 12. And there's only a scout here for Cajun B.
Smiths with a cross.
Let's see if they hit anything at the start.
Happy, close.
Happy actually rushing to long A, double doors there to have an early shot, thanks to his good spawn. Didn't hit anything though. But look at the boost in mid. And Xyp9x might fall foul of that one if he just edges around that corner a little bit more. 2 AWPs on T side. Not something you see every single day. And they've got to... You've got to be offered the shots here. I mean, that's the problem, that TSM staying very, very deep so far. Smith is going to peek out. He's going to get flashed into position here, I think.
Shox and Carrigan are going to find each other shortly. No, Shox has just decoyed it, smoked out, got the hell out of there. They also tried to make that little push on short. I think it's going to be another split to B, Joe. It looks like they're setting up for it once again. 4 of them, though, coming through tunnels. So not so much a split, just more of a Smiths. But, you know, it's a tricky situation because, like you said, they've got those 2 AWPs. They have to find this opening pick. That's what they're looking for. Dupree's close, Devices on the side.
Oh, and look at the flash in there into tunnels. Dupree just gets 2 of them. The bomb drops handily out there. Hiroshima, though, has got 1 back, but Device is still playing Carl from the side. And I think that might be enough to hold on. 2 men down instantly. Smith's last man alive for Envy, and he says, no, can't pull this one off. 3 versus 1. Let's save one of these AWPs for that next round. And that's going to be TSM clawing it back to 12-10.
That was a real cock-up by EnVyUS. There's no doubt. They couldn't, although, to be fair to TSM, they didn't want show. There was no picks given to them. They were hunting for it. They went for the double AWP, and they just didn't show for it. There was no way they were going to go peeking. I think they realized the danger of the situation. Well played. Great flash in there for Dupree to pick himself up an easy double. 12-10. This game ain't over yet, no doubt about it. We're going the distance. They've gone for the double AWP again here. Happy and Smiths. They're not going to land the pick. Device and Dupree went up close. And again, are they going to be able to get the challenge into B? No. Quickly smoked off. And almost a repeat performance of last round. Let's hope it doesn't go the same way for them, because TSM picked up an easy few kills at the end.
Started off very slow. And again for TSM, just not showing. Just saying, stay back. Will they go for double up? I don't know. Let's just be careful about it. Dupree's taken down Happy as well. And that smoke over at B will stop any push through onto the site. And you can see for Envy, it's a bit of a last-minute reshuffle once again over on towards A. But Cajun B's just holding car. He's got his man at long. This is a good flash, though. That'll force him to readjust, but he still lands the shot anyway onto MBK. And the bomb's going to get planted for short, which means the AWP's going to have a tougher time. Molotov will be snuffed out by that smoke as well. A lot of smoke being put onto the side, and they've pushed up aggressively there. I don't think Envy were quite expecting such a fast push over. And there's a smoke inside there on short, and as he peeks out, Device ready for it. They played that one well. One man defusing, 1 man up close, and the other one basically just stood in front of the diffuser just in case. And that will be another round then for TSM. So getting hella close at this point. 12-11. Still Envy have the lead, but it's a slim one.
Yeah, Envy need to adjust what they're doing, because that double AWP is definitely not working.
Nope.
Happy losing the duel to an M4 as well. It's, I mean, it happens, but when you go for double AWP setups, you got to be landing those shots. This time, 5 AKs, and they're moving in unison, moving together. It looks like it's going to be a quick, fast play in towards A site. 4 of them going short. Happy it's going to be the 1-man long, but they're already in on site.
What are they going to do? Change your pace fast this time, but the one thing that's not changed is that Cajun B is hitting shots left, right, and center. Took 2 this round before going down, and just like that, Envy down to just Shocks and Happy. They have got 1 kill back, so 2 versus 2. This is doable, but Happy running there for the AWP. Almost forgot that they could have pushed up CT for him. Shocks, though, is going to look to clutch this one. He's already taken the second man. Oh, he's just got around the corner there. Shocks couldn't quite get the shot off. He's going to try and run the time here behind the boxes. He's tagged down to just 1 health. How is he still alive here? I'm not sure how, but he's going to get the kill as well onto Device. Playing the game of ducking and diving behind those boxes with 1 point of health. Amazingly done there by Shocks. And there's not much money across the board there for TSM. A couple of people going to have to rely on pistols for this one. They do have an ult with Cajun, 1 for Mass and an M4 alongside those 2 5.7s, though.
There's not much money for either team. Like, they've both had to, because obviously the speed they went in the round for round that started to happen is starting to hurt both of their banks. But the fast play from EnVyUS does work out, like you said, from Happy. Should have done better there. Managed to get Carrigan in the back and then completely forgot. Obviously, desperation to get that up. And EnVyUS, once again, have the control. They have the better guns. Only just. As I say that, Cajun B does find MBK, but Shocks gets the revenge frag. Shocks and Smiths pushing. They know that Zipnix is just below them. They can hear him bouncing around. They should be able to cover that off easily. Happy's deliberately delaying. Device is peeking in towards lower tunnels. Kiroshima's about to find him. As soon as they come around that corner, it will be Device that comes out on top. And that gives them a 3-on-4 situation. Happy actually backed away. He's going to be moving all the way up around short. Dupree's about to get him in the cross as he comes through lower tunnels. This is going TSM's way. Shocks and Smiths, they've got it all to do.
Well, there's the AWP. Zipnix will fall as well. It's now all on Dupree. 1 versus 1. He's backing away. He doesn't think he can pull this one off. He'll get himself a Tech 9.
They haven't got the money.
AK.
Like, both teams are really starting to hurt because the round for round, they're both leaving each other with like one person alive. It will be 14-11 though. EnVyUS in a great situation to pick up the victory over TSM, something not a lot of teams have done in this league. And it would almost guarantee TSM a position into the finals. It would put them on 42 points, equal second place with Virtus Pro right now.
He put some massive pressure on NIP if EnVy are to win this one as well. 3 games, there's a tag through the doors onto Dupree again. But as I said, it means that NIP, I mean, they already realistically had to win all 3 games anyway.
They would have to beat Fnatic, and that's tough. I mean, not only Fnatic, they got Mousebots and Titan in there, so they're not easy games that NIP have remaining. And that's just down to the losses they had at the beginning of the season. A few too many, but once again, MBK and Shocks, this time smoked off by Zipnix. That's where they've been getting the success. They've been pushing short, going catwalk, getting in there, getting the site plant down. But this time, they've been delayed, looking for that match point. Device, just ducking out of the spray from MBK there. Meanwhile, Happy once again, very patient from Happy. I mean, he got tagged up pretty heavily, I think it was by Carrigan. Carrigan, is he going to start pushing through? He is. Carrigan's going through on the long A doors.
Well, Smith has picked off Device here, so already down to a 5 versus 4. KGB, of course, only got a scout this round. And look at the speed of that from Envy. They get a couple of kills and say, guys, it's on. B. Here is Dupree, though. Can he defend? Messed up his first couple of shots. What got Kiyoshima wasn't enough to hold the site down. And it's 3 versus 3. Zipnix, is he going to just dive straight on through? He is, and he's going to go down. KGB's in there as well. It's now all on Carrigan, though. He's got 11 health. Up against a full HP Shocks. Smith's with the AWP. What can he do with this one? The bomb finally does get planted here. Carrigan's got a smoke to work with. It's just the health is really a downside. He's crept through and he's finished off there. 16 rounds to 11. Team EnVyUS gonna take the victory. Oh, it's only 15. I'm silly, aren't I?
15 rounds to 11, yes.
Wow.
Match point, mate. But what I was going to say before it went crazy there was Carrigan snuck through the doors, got the shot on Happy, and then caught the back end of TSM, of EnVyUS, piling on through into lower tunnels. So that immediately, TSM were in a great... They just didn't win the duels when they got into sight. They all came through doors at the same time that EnVyUS were coming out of tunnels. Didn't quite manage to catch them there. But as it was, so close. EnVyUS 15-11, match point, pushing through. TSM already lost Dupree, but that's not going to be enough because Zipnix and Device managed to pick up the kills, and they are not done yet. Smiths and MBK, all that remains. Carrigan's coming all the way around the back of T-Spawn, all the way through. He's going to catch MBK completely by surprise unless he hears his footsteps.
Or I think that's a wise move from Carrigan. Decided not to take the shot. It means that he can keep pushing from behind.
There's nobody in A site, though. Smiths is already going there. Zipnix is going to make the rotate. Now he's going to push on through TT Spawn. Smiths is not making the play. He would be able to catch them as soon as they push up on site. He's waiting for MBK to get around the backside. Now he's coming from long A. No, they're both moving in towards A.
And do they have a smoke? No, they don't. That means MBK with the bomb is going to have to cross over from CT Spawn. What can he do? Device
passes it.
Yeah, that's a smart thing. Throw it over the top. MBK will take down Device. Can he get any more? No. It's now all on Smith. AWP in hand. Gets the shot through the wall onto Carrigan. 1 versus 1 here against Zipnix. Can he pull this one off to win the game for Envy? Zipnix is going to surely just jump up and pop him over the wall. He will do there with the AK. Climbs up into the site. And that is going to be the round going over to TSM. Or is it? He's got no kit.
Close. I think he should got it, though.
It's really annoying, by the way, the Go TV stutters. Makes me feel a little bit sick watching
it does. It does it now and again on certain players. We had it on Alu, didn't we, the other day? It's quite sickening to watch. Anyway, it's match point still. EnVyUS trying to close out the game, but are they going to force? Are they going to save? What are they going to do? Because the money is a little split all over the place. Smiths has the money. But they have to, because they have to discuss this one. I think they're going to have to go for a save and then go for the rifle. But if they lose that rifle, they're looking at overtime, because it would put them up. Well, you would assume it would be 13-15. They're going to have to go for that rifle. If they lose the rifle, they're at 14-15, and they're on eco again. So it would be 15-15. So real tricky situation for EnVyUS, which is obviously, I'm assuming, yeah, they've had a drop. Okay, so it's TSM. And that's just unfortunate, because TSM have got the momentum behind them of starting to...
Here's us thinking we've been all clever about discussing stuff.
EnVyUS, but no, it's just a guy dropping.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Let's bring up the scoreboard again so we can have a look at the money. 7.5k for Smith, so he can drop an AK.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go for a Tech 9, which they may go for. I think we may see a Tech 9. Yeah, Tech 9's coming in. Well, at least Smith's has.
Hiroshima buying up.
Oh, he's bought pistols for everyone.
Grenades.
Yeah, he's bought pistols for. He's passing the pistols off.
Yeah.
Smith's is.
So, I'm going to eco this one out.
Not so much an eco. They've all gone head armor. They just popped all the head armor in the last minute there. So there was obviously something was discussed and said, no, let's just go for it. Balls to the wall. EnVyUS here. They lose this. They may well. No, there should be enough. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they can afford to really buy next round now, because they've spent so much in this one.
Yeah.
Real dangerous situation.
They should be all right from that one. A couple of kills, maybe a bomb plant. Who knows? Maybe they'll just win the game right here. It's been one.
A long A stack into Carrigan. 3 people looking to go this way. Smokes one ran out from Carrigan, but you see the position he's in. This is where we saw 2 kills coming out from Keo last time around. Carrigan, they're going to line up for him. He's going to get one. No, go TV, please. Does get himself, doesn't get a second actually. Cajun B at the side. They're at the side of his own car. Happy just runs on through, mows him down. And now we're into a 2-on-2. Device and Dupree. Bomb actually loose. Device has it covered off. He's got perfect position in here. He's got to catch them in the cross, and neither of them have a smoke. They're both low on health. It's just MBK to make the 2 shots, but he's not going to land them. And TSM hang on once again. Now, what are EnVyUS going to do? They really can't afford a full buy, but they're going for it. It's going to be AKs. It's going to be a mishmash, because Kiyoshima's not going to be able to afford this one. Ooh.
Wow, with an AWP as well. Kiyoshima's going to go Tech 9. Not full grenade load out here. Oh, Smith's opening up the round. He's legged them 3, 4, 5 times, and finally, just when it counts, he lands the full shot onto Dupree and starts things off with a 4 versus 5. Envy decide not to rush with that in towards B, although I think that could have been a very viable option, since they started with a push from T-spawn down into B tunnels, but they've got the man advantage here.
They're going catwalk. Cajun B's ready and waiting for them round the corner. As soon as he comes, he's going to get taken out. Shox is dropped. Zipnix is trying to get there for the cross, but he's going to be late for the foot race. And EnVyUS now in a perfect position to try and win this game out, as Keo manages to take down Carrigan. Just 2 men remain. Zipnix, he's been playing great in this game. Top fragging for TSM, but it's maybe a little too much to ask for him to draw this one out.
Well, Device there showing some nifty moves. Oh, well, a nifty move right into the crosshair of Smiths, and that will be the end of that one. A victory, a close victory for Envy, but we said it before, this game against TSM, who were already qualified, was the important one for them tonight. They managed to finish off Penta earlier on in the day. They managed to do it here as well. And against the TSM team, who you can say nothing, but they are just in form right now.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff there. It was Dust2. I mean, that is arguably EnVyUS' best map still. They've had the adjustment of positions, and honestly, CT side was not that comfortable, but their T side was strong. It's another case of winning the pistols and getting your run on, and that's exactly what they did. TSM did the same thing, though, to be fair to them. And, you know, obviously, like you said, that to get everything going. And they just overrun them in the end.
Yeah,
It's really well played.
Like I said, there were a couple of legs in there throughout the game, but just when it counts, when you have to hit that shot onto the man running across.
They've thrown everything into that round as well, and if they'd lost it, we would have had overtime. It was one of those times.
Funny thing is as well, they grenaded the double doors every single time, so they get the quick bit of smoke basically to run through there. They didn't do it that round, and Smiths manages to land the shot. Either way, fantastic victory there for EnVy. TSM, as we said, are already qualified, but leaves us in a little bit of a precarious position because TSM are through. Both Virtus Pro and EnVy won their 2 games today, so both have 42 points. And then you've got NIP and Fnatic on 36. Fnatic look like the more likely candidate, I think it's safe to say, to go through because they still actually have 6 games left to play. And if you look down them, Navi, NiP, Virtus, hard games there for them. Then Titan, who aren't doing particularly well in the league right now. Of course, their form elsewhere is a little bit different to that. Mousesports, who we've seen today, push Virtus Pro in one respect, but also get destroyed by him in another. And then Dignitas as well, who are another team that could spoil your day if you're not 100% focused.
Yeah, it's honestly the run-ins for the 4 teams that are going to qualify is real tight now. Even Fnatic are going to have to pick up their game a little bit because they have really tough. Not too sure what the NIP map's on because obviously NIP pushed them close on train a couple of times. And then looking at Cobblestone, NIP got destroyed. So it depends what map they're facing them on against. But they've got Navi, they've got NIP, they've got Virtus Pro, they've got Titan. Like, these are big games. So even Fnatic, they're still on 36 points. So they're actually 6 points behind Virtus Pro and EnVy now, 42. It's real close stuff. But these are the matches tonight. We've had some great games, honestly.
Yeah, we have. I mean, obviously, we start off with EnVy taking down Penta 16-7, and that double header of Mousesports Virtus Pro, which Virtus won both games. The one on train, obviously, a lot closer at 16-14. And then EnVy in that one taking down TSM, as we've just seen on Dust2, 16-13. Could have really gone the other way. Honestly, that match was very, very close.
That could have gone the other way. Obviously, the 16-14 with Taz getting 34 kills tonight on train against Mousesports, that definitely could have gone anyway towards the end there because they were down to one-on-one situations so many times in that matchup.
Over 50 kills over his 2 games today, Taz. Certainly
good day for
great
Taz.
Performance. A great day for Virtus Pro, winning both. Of course, we got more action coming your way from North America this evening, which will be starting in roughly 3 hours' time. That'll be Method versus Affinity and Liquid taking on Cloud9. Big game there. And then double Mousepaz games. First up against Cloud9 and then against Elevate. Honestly, games that both Elevate and Cloud9 will be thinking we have to win these.
Well, Cloud9, I think if they win those 2, secure themselves the top spot. Not so much the top spot, but so secure themselves qualification.
Yeah.
And almost certainly top spot, actually, because they're in a great position to take it.
Yeah, still a few games to be played there. And, of course, we will have more action from Europe for you tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. once again. And that will be kicking off with Fnatic versus Navi on Cobble, Virtus Pro versus Navi on Cash, and Dignitas Virtus Pro as well on Mirage.
We have a really weird situation as well because there's 3 games played at 9 o'clock. Also, you see there's a random 8 o'clock gap there, which is quite frustrating for us as well as you guys. But Dignitas play EnVy the exact same time as that Virtus Pro Navi game. So big game at the same time. Sadly, we can only pick one. Virtus Pro Navi, probably slightly bigger. It is on Cash, Virtus Pro's home map, but I don't know. It's a really, especially after tonight, seeing both teams in action twice, it's a real tricky one to call.
Well, it's a big game for Fnatic tomorrow. Yes, they've still got 6 games to qualify, but both Virtus and EnVy really putting the pressure on. Of course, NIP off tomorrow, so we won't get to see their 3 games just yet, but obviously, I think next Monday and Tuesday are basically our last play days where we're going to figure out exactly how the top of this table really shapes up going towards the finals, and of course, how the bottom shapes up, because the bottom spot directly relegated. The second and third bottom spots then have to play playoffs against ESEA Premier teams, which in itself is probably not going to be easy with the likes of SK down there, for example.
Everybody's fighting for position. There was a lot of people, I know, when obviously the league was announced, that were saying, hey, these teams should be there. It's going to be their time to prove it.
Certainly will be. That's it from us for tonight, guys. But, of course, we will be back tomorrow with more action from Europe and in just a few hours with some action from North America as well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.